Welcome back to Be Determined. First and foremost, we both just really want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's been listening and all the feedback that we've received. Honestly, it has been not overwhelming, but it's been surprising how many people have actually listened and tuned in, and all the great feedback that we've received from it. So you can listen on Anchor, Spotify, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, YouTube, and hopefully by the time this episode is up, Apple Podcasts, but we will have to see. Obviously, you guys will know if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or not by the time this episode is out. But we did receive a lot of positive feedback, and I want to read one of the pieces of positive feedback that we received. I kind of just chose one at random. We had a lot of people reach out to us, so I kind of just took one at random. So they said that you sound very good together. You both have very real, and you both have very pleasant voices and laughs to listen to. And then they also said that they're very proud of us. So sincere and utter thank you, Mom. Those words definitely mean a lot. No, but in all seriousness, we did have a lot of people reach out that really said some really kind words and were touched home with us, because it is kind of nervous putting something like this out there for everyone to listen to. So yeah, Taylor, I mean, what do you have to say on that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's it feels like such a personal thing, but we really just are talking about like our opinions on things. So I appreciate people actually listening.
Yeah, no, genuinely, it like I said, it seriously, it does hit deep, and hopefully you guys continue to listen and you guys like what we put out there. So Taylor, I have to give you some props actually. So on the first episode, you said that a lot of people should wear the doctor outfit on Halloween.
Yes, of course.
And props to you, honestly. That was a fantastic suggestion. I don't know how many people hit me up after the episode and said, that's actually such a good idea. I'm actually going to wear that. I'm actually going to go buy one right now.
See, I thought we gave some pretty good advice last episode.
Oh, we did. I mean, yeah, great advice.
Like in my head on Halloween, when I saw guys in uniforms, I was like, oh, they definitely listened.
100%,
But like in reality, they
listened.
didn't.
100% they listened.
Just made me feel better.
Exactly. You got to take credit where it's due. No, I definitely saw a lot of doctors' outfits. And props to Feel Alive Entertainment for the event they threw on Friday night. So thank you for Feel Alive to throwing that. It was a good time, to say the least. And congrats to something I want to touch on at the Feel Alive party on Friday night. Taylor Balkadis and Gianna pulled off the best funny costume I have ever seen a girl wear. So I want to revoke my statement I made on the last episode about how I agreed that I have never seen a girl pull off a funny costume. That was by far the best costume I've ever seen.
Oh, yes.
By far.
The night before, they were talking about how they were actually going to do it. And I was like, oh, there's no way. And then I saw them the next night, and I was like, that's funny as shit. Oh my. I don't have words for how great of a costume that was. And then they also I couldn't believe my eyes.
No. It was so, oh my God, the Instagram pictures and the captions. Just props to you guys. Unreal. Right. That was absolutely unreal. And then they also won the $500 costume contest.
Yep. Yes.
Like, wow.
Unreal.
Like, awesome. You guys proved this wrong.
No, they did deserve it.
Like that was amazing. They proved us
completely wrong. In everything
completely wrong. So shout out to you guys. And yeah, props to you, Taylor. Doctor's outfit was obviously a very, very great suggestion.
Did you have a successful night in your nurse's costume?
Yeah, no, I actually got a lot of compliments on it, and people were coming up to me and they're like, oh, you get that from Taylor from the podcast? I was like, well, obviously, duh. She gave me a fantastic suggestion. I have to run with it. Yeah, no, it was really good. I did get a little necklace that night though, with like a syringe on it, and no idea where that went. So that's $6-7 down the drain. Good for me. Yeah, I'm basically just throwing money away. Who wouldn't want to do that? So yeah, congratulations to that. Actually, I don't know if anyone told you, but quite a few people told me. You know who Alexandra Cooper is from Call Her Daddy?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I know exactly who she is.
I know. For those of you who don't know, Call Her Daddy is a very interesting podcast, to say the least. It's pretty graphic. It's not for the PG ears, not for the PG-13 ears. It is 100% for the R ears. If you are not 18, do not listen to the podcast.
But I think they have a lot of good advice.
Okay. Anyways, I've never listened to it. I've just heard snippets of it. But okay. Anyways, a couple of people told me that you sound exactly like Alexander Cooper. So I don't know if that's
just my goal in life.
Yeah. I was gonna say
she's like favorited one of my tweets before, but
I don't know. Has she really?
Yes.
Hi,
she's literally liked one of my tweets.
I was gonna say. So I mean, I guess that's like a big thing. You know.
I mean, I just want to be her.
Are you happy about that?
I
that you sound
to be
like her.
Her.
Maybe.
Why do you think I decided to do this?
Maybe we'll get her on the episode. You know, maybe we'll get her on an episode.
I mean, I could like.
Hey, Alexander Cooper.
We're Sophia, like pretty close.
Sophia Franklin, is that
that's the other one.
Alexander Cooper, Sophia Franklin. This is an open invite to just hit us up if you want to come on the show.
Just
or
like shoot me a text.
Come on an episode. Yeah, shoot us a text.
Yeah, I'm like
our number is 1-800. Check our email in our Instagram bio. Yeah, so that's pretty hype, I guess. I do want to pick on you though because one of my biggest pet peeves of all time, literally of all time, is on Snapchat when you have a streak with someone and that person in the morning sends you a picture of literally nothing. Okay. It can be of a dark room. So the whole screen is just black and it says streak on it. One of my biggest pet peeves of all time, by far, just never do that again. I did it. I did it.
Yeah. I know I did. And I like, as soon as I typed it and sent it, I kind of cringed to myself and I was like, it's saying.
Just a tip for you guys listening, don't do that. Okay. Don't be that person. If you have a streak with someone, you obviously have a streak for a reason, and it's because you find that person interesting enough to talk to every day. So make conversation with them. Don't just say streak and let that be that. You shouldn't even have a streak if that's the case. If that's all you send.
Riddle me this though. Why?
Riddle me this. Here we go again.
Why do you send? What's the point of sending a blank Snapchat with no caption? And just your
like blank
dumbass face every time.
It's not.
That's
okay.
That's what you
Listen,
do.
Here's the thing, right? The conversation always like arises. Like the conversation always comes up. Like whether, like you can just Snapchatting is literally just a form of saying like hello. You know?
No, I get that.
So I mean, like,
and it's a way to kind of like not text people,
right?
But still be in contact with them.
It's a way of saying like hi, but like I'm maybe too busy to have a full conversation right now. But I just wanted to let you know. Hey, I feel like texting is more like you have to have a purpose or like because you can't just like that's what I mean. Like maybe you wanna. It's kind of like when you're with someone and you're around them all day. It's like you enjoy their presence, but you don't necessarily have something to talk about 24/7.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what I feel like what Snapchat is. So there's definitely a purpose to that. Going into the first topic though, we're gonna talk a little bit about. We've obviously both been in Greek life.
Yep.
I am currently not anymore. Due to circumstances, and
but you were a part of it.
I was a part of it. I was a part of it for a good 2 years.
2 years.
It was a solid 2 years. So basically, we're going to talk about is Greek life important? Personally, I think it is. If you don't think Greek life is important, you
obviously didn't get like the full experience out of it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
In my opinion, yeah. I think 2 years is enough to last you a lifetime. What you get out of it, like solely. In 2 years.
Yeah, I would say because I know that we have people our own age watching this. We also have people younger, and then we also have parents watching this. So for all those listening, Greek life is definitely something you want to look at in your freshman year, 100%, because when you go in your freshman year, you don't know a lot of people, and it's a very easy way to build a lot of connections, get to know a lot of people, and that's both genders. So, I mean, really, your social life is increased by 1 million. But also, other than that, you have people that you can study with and depend on for literally anything, which I think is very important.
Yeah, it kind of like touches on all aspects of your life too, because I think your social life can help everything with school.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you definitely have to have a cautious balance though, because it can be overwhelming.
Yeah,
your first semester, you definitely have to be careful. But if you have a good balance, then
you're going to get out what you put into.
Yeah, 100%. And that's not to say that you should be in Greek life for 2 years and then drop it, because trust me, I would still be in a fraternity right now I would still be in a fraternity right now, 100%. But like if you couldn't pay dues anymore or it got too expensive, then those first 2 years you really establish your friendships and the foundations with those people already. So you don't necessarily need to be in it. You already know everyone.
And that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, it happens to a ton of people. And so, I wouldn't be ashamed of it, but...
No. I think it's worth the money. If money is a concern, I think it's absolutely worth the money.
Yeah. If you're thinking about is $400 a semester, or $800 a semester, or whatever it is, 100%. It's 100% worth it. It's not buying your friends. It's
no. You have your whole life to make money. Like, don't make it about money.
Right. No, it's not even close to about money. I mean, the original reason that fraternities and sororities were created was because they believed in a higher form of like life. They believed in achieving something that was bigger than the average student or person at that university.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
that
why
makes sense,
right? Yeah, because that's what it is. I mean, when you were in Greek life, you're supposed to have the highest GPA on campus. Like, you're supposed to be the most involved. Like, there's so many different reasons on why they were created, and I feel like those are very overlooked now, and they're just looked at as, oh, like, if I join a fraternity, I'm only there to party. Like, no, it's much more than that. Like, it is that, but there's a lot more you can get out of it.
People that aren't a part of it maybe don't know that, so it's important to like establish that. But granted, it's not for everyone. It really isn't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say that it's for everyone and everyone can do it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So there's plenty of ways to get involved in college, but that's definitely
number
one of the most beneficial ones.
Yeah. Are you in any RSOs or no?
No, I should be, but no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, definitely get involved in some RSOs. Like, not you, but like in general, like for people listening, like in college, definitely get involved in RSOs, and it'll help you out for your career and overall in life, getting internships, getting a job. Like, it.
I mean, being a senior, like looking back on everything, like, you have 4 years of your life to be in college, and you need to literally do the most.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You need to do the absolute most you can do.
Yeah. In college, you only have 24 home games, maybe, that you can make it to, because it's 6 every year. And like,
That's so true.
Yeah, once you miss out on one, it's like you only have 23 left. And I've already had to miss out on so much just because of work.
Yeah.
And when you're in college, you have 4 years to make the best memories of your life. If you don't make those memories, like, I would rather live with regret, saying, like, I regret doing this, versus I regret not doing it.
Right.
Because when you regret not doing something, it eats you alive.
Or even like the nights that I've like maybe stayed in, or like been convinced to go out and had the time of my life, and like I think back on like when you make memories and you do certain things, I always tell myself, like, if I wouldn't have gotten myself out of bed and gone out or something, like, none of that would have happened. And it could be the most like the craziest night of your life.
Literally, yeah. And
so that's why I don't really like turn down opportunities now. I kind of just like do whatever comes at me.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people should, just because, I mean, it's life. You really only have one life when you think about it, and life is so short. Like, it's so short, and a lot of people take it for granted, honestly, and they shouldn't. Like, the other thing is, though, if you do go out and you do decide to like take every opportunity to its fullest advantage, you can't let your grades slip. Like, you can't. And that goes for any age listening right now, not like just letting your grades slip, but take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way that you think, hey, maybe I won't like this. Just give it a shot. Like, you have nothing to lose.
If you stay in your comfort zone your entire life, you're not going to develop as a person, and you won't. And there's so many experiences you can miss out on.
100%. 100%. There's been so many just times in general where I necessarily didn't want to do something, but my friends wanted to do it, and I had the best time of my life. Actually, it was I was younger. I was terrified of roller coasters. Absolutely terrified of roller coasters. And I was there with my mom and a couple other people. I can't remember who it was, but we ended up seeing a bunch of kids from my hockey team that year at Michigan's Adventure. And there's only like one big roller coaster there, like that's an actual roller coaster. It's Thunderhawk, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think it is. And I would go on like the wooden roller coasters, but there was no like flips or turns or anything.
Yeah.
And so they all wanted to go on the Thunderhawk, and deep inside I was like, please, God, no. I do not want to do this. Please, let's go play bumper cars. Let's literally do anything else other than go on this roller coaster. Obviously, everyone wanted to go on the roller coaster. And I ended up going on it, was scared shitless the first time. But right after the ride, it was literally one of the best experiences of my life. And now I think there's only been 1 or 2 years since then, where I haven't gone to Cedar Point. Like I go to Cedar Point almost every year now, just because it's
That's
so
a good
fun.
metaphor for life.
Metaphor? How's that a good metaphor?
Like ride the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Ride the goddamn roller coaster.
Ride on, Ride Warriors. Ride on. If you guys don't know, that's what they say.
Do things you're scared to do. That's what I've learned. I've been a scaredy cat my whole life, and you have to do things that you're scared of.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what the law of attraction is?
Is that like physics?
No, it has nothing to do with
That's definitely physics.
No, it's not.
What?
The law of attraction? It's not physics. No, I mean like there's laws of stuff like Newton's law and stuff like that, but that's not the law of attraction.
Okay. Just explain.
Okay. So
that's how my mind works.
There's a movie on Netflix called The Secret. Okay. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
No? Okay. So basically it talks about the law of attraction, and what it means is everything that you talk about, you manifest that in your life. So like if you're constantly thinking about negative shit, you're going to attract negative shit in your life.
Wow.
It's kind of like you know what vision boards are?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a vision board. You put like whatever, if you have a vision board, you put stuff on your vision board that like inspires you or like what you want to do. And that's basically like what the law of attraction is saying. That's part of getting a vision board actually, is everything that you want to do in life, you put that on the vision board. So yeah, I mean basically the law of attraction literally just says that if you're constantly thinking negative shit, you're going to attract it. Yeah. And that's why the 1% is the 1%, and that's why the 99% is the 99%, because everyone focuses on the negative stuff in life.
No, I agree with that.
And the people who focus on the positive stuff in life and persevere through the negative stuff, because the thing is, everyone has negative stuff going on in their life. Every single person. And when you get to the point of you're constantly complaining about it, then you're stuck. Like you're in a trap.
That's all you're going to attract is negative things, because I think it's important to understand that your perspective on things is everything.
Oh, 100%.
Because
100%.
the same thing could happen to two people, and if they have different perspectives on it, like the whole outcome of the situation could be different.
Yeah. I mean,
and
like,
how you feel about a situation.
Yeah, I mean, like, just like with Steve Jobs, and I don't know if you've seen the movie Jobs at all, but a bunch of people really didn't believe in him or the vision that he had of Apple in the beginning. And obviously, look where Apple is now. It's a $1 billion company.
It's insane, yeah.
It really goes to show you that mindset is literally everything. And if you don't have the proper mindset or literally don't look at situations in the right light, then you're kind of fucked.
Exactly. It's all about how you perceive things.
Yeah.
That happened to you.
And going back to the whole complaining thing, didn't we like talk about this the other day? About
what?
How there's a difference between like complaining and
venting.
Yeah. That's what it was. So there's
venting.
Yeah, there's 100% a difference. Okay. You tell them the difference between complaining and venting.
Okay, you want me to define venting?
Yeah. Define complaining, define venting, and then talk about why we hate complainers so much.
I think we were talking about why we hate complaining is because when you complain, that's all you're focused on. And like I kind of said, like, yeah, I don't like to complain, but I need to vent sometimes. Right. And then that's when we started talking, like, venting is kind of like an in the moment thing. Like you just need to get something off your chest, vent about it, and then it's gone. That's how I like to kind of like deal with. Yeah,
because everyone goes through shit.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through shit.
Like I could have a big just vent session about something and literally move on. That's kind of how I deal with problems in my life.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, because
I'd rather not complain or bitch and moan.
No, because because when you complain, I mean, you're like, no one likes a complainer. Everyone goes through bad situations in life. Like we literally just talked about that.
Yeah. I think it's important to realize that and like not to be insensitive when you're talking to someone about literally anything. Because everyone's going through something. So don't complain about what you're going through because they could be going through something 10 times worse.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's what we were kind of talking about.
Yeah. I mean, venting is definitely something that's important. Like I said, everyone's going through shit.
I think it's like important psychologically, like for your mind.
Oh no, It definitely is. I mean, studies have shown that the more you bottle stuff up, like the worse off you are. And I'll admit, I am 100% someone.
1,000,000%.
$1,000,000 someone that well, we both are people that bottle stuff up.
I'll bottle something up until the tiniest thing, the most irrelevant thing will set me off. And then,
really?
Yes.
What?
It's unreal.
Like,
and then but I know that I'm like that, but I can't change it. And
how long does it usually take for you to explode? Like after bottling shit?
I mean, I could bottle stuff up for months, I'll be completely fine for months. And then I know that I bottle things up. I know that I do.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
Because I push things to the side.
I don't know what it is, but I don't like you said, like you explode. I don't get like that. Like I don't.
It depends on what you mean by explode.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't even know if I necessarily would call it like bottling things up, because I mean, I talk about like if something's wrong or like if something's on my mind, but I'm more of a person that like keeps to myself, because I realize not everyone in life is going to care about your problems and what you're going through, because
you got to care about your own problems.
No, actually you have to have your best interest in mind.
Yeah. I think that's important to be independent too with your own problems in life.
Yeah.
No, in all honesty, like no one gives a shit about your problems.
No,
like
no,
I'm
true.
sorry, I had to be the one to say it.
They don't.
Yeah,
no,
no
honestly,
one gives a shit.
like
because everyone has to worry about their own problems.
Exactly, and that's why that's the reason why when I look at relationships, it's like I already have to care for my whole self as an individual. I have to care for another person on top of that with everything I have going on in my life right now. Like that's
why are relationships like that though? Like why does your partner's problems become your problems?
Because it's give and take. And when you're in a relationship, you like them for who they are, or you love them, and so you want them to be like at your very best, or you want them to be at their very best.
And when you're single, then your problems are literally your own problems,
right? That's why.
But isn't that crazy how a relationship like makes someone else's problems your problems?
Yeah. That's why it's important to be, when you're in a relationship, you have to be with someone that pushes you up. Otherwise you get trapped in a state of comfortability.
Oh, completely agree.
And like personally for me, I know one day that I want to be a millionaire. Wow. That's the first time. That's the first time I've actually ever said that. Like
out loud.
No, I've said it out loud before, but like to a public audience. Like quite a few people are going to hear this, so it's pretty, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Anyways, yeah, like honestly, I know I'm going to be a millionaire one day. I know that I will be. It's a way of how I'm going to do it and how I'm going to get there. Like, I genuinely don't think I will let myself not be one. There's so many things that I want to do in life and so many things that I want to achieve. It almost seems unfathomable how much I actually want to do and where I want to take my life. And
it sucks that money is like such a big part of our lives, but it literally is a goal in life.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. If I think money definitely is power, but I believe your word, truth, honesty, I believe those are all forms of power as well. Just because you're wealthy doesn't mean
that you automatically have some kind of power over others
or success.
Yeah.
Just because you have money does not mean you're successful. Well,
wait.
Hold on, let me phrase that.
Money is success.
Yeah. I mean, honestly the way, yeah. Let me retract that statement, because I think if you have money, then you are successul. Mm-hmm. I will say that. And I know quite a few people.
There's a lot more to life than money.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. There's a lot more to life than money. I 100% agree with that. And I know a lot of people will disagree, but I do think that if you have money, that is a successful trait you have. Like, I believe if you're a millionaire, you can say, yeah, I'm successful. 100% you are. You're in the top 1%. Like, you did something right. Like, how do you not see that as successful? But I also believe, I'm going to get deep here real quick too.
Oh God.
Is if you can genuinely find someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, that like you love like unconditionally and want to have a family with, I also see that as being successful, because that is a very rare thing in life to find. Yeah, it is. Especially if you can grow old with that person. Like, I mean, what's this, like 50% of marriages end in divorce now, which is
it's more.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of people marry for money.
A lot of people do. And like I actually see a lot of people make it out as a joke. And I don't know how I feel about it, to be quite honest.
But think about it. Like, what if those people aren't finding someone that they could see, have this grand connection with and not spend the rest of their life with?
Right.
So, yeah, you're going to fucking marry for money.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's kind of sad.
No,
why is that my biggest fear in life?
That's your biggest fear in life?
Having to marry for money?
You're going to allow yourself to get to that point?
No, I'm going to make my own money.
Okay, good.
I'm going to make my own goddamn money.
No.
So I won't have to.
Do you know who Scooter Braun is?
No.
I absolutely love Scooter Braun. He is easily someone I look up to. He is he's a manager for Ariana Grande, Dan and Shay, Justin Bieber.
Okay.
Yeah, no, if you guys have time, definitely look up Scooter Braun. Look up a couple podcasts he's done. I know he's done one with Tony Gonzalez, Gary Vaynerchuk, and Nade Shot. Definitely listen to those. They're all like an hour long, maybe an hour and a half, but they're definitely worth listening to. And he kind of has the same perspectives that I do on a lot of things, which is why I like him so much and why I follow him. But yeah, I look up to Scooter Braun just because we think a lot in the same way, and he also believes that money isn't everything, but it's definitely a powerful thing in life. Yeah. But there are a lot of other powerful things that you can have in life, and just to be like constantly reinventing yourself, constantly trying to find new ways to better yourself and to better your career or make more money for that matter. I mean, like we said earlier, life is really short, and like you need to be constantly making the most of it.
I always remember like growing up, I always like did the most, and I kind of like almost made fun of myself, but I would always like keep challenging myself. And, you know, even like high school, you know how some kids like sit back and just like go through high school and do their classes and really don't try. I was like the biggest tryhard ever. And now I kind of look back on that and like I tell myself to kind of do that like in the future.
Yeah. What do you think's more important, either working hard or working smart?
I think you have to work smart so you don't have to work overly hard. I think it's better to work smart.
Okay. I think working
hard is respectable.
Yeah.
It is.
I think the difference between good and great is hard work.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think, because there's a lot of like, when you say like good, like there's a lot of good athletes out there, and there's a lot of good people who know what to do with their money, but and like a lot of good employees, but like those great athletes, those great employees, those great decision makers come with hours and hours of timeless like hard work that they're putting in and day out. That's just something
it's just like being a step above the rest.
Yeah, that's just
you really have to set yourself apart from people.
Yeah, that's just something a lot of people don't see. And the number one thing that annoys me, no, genuinely it annoys me with people who not necessarily aren't rich, but that aren't rich. The number one thing that annoys me with a lot of people that aren't rich is they say, I wish I had like that lifestyle. I wish I had that money. It's like, well, you're also not putting the work in, so you don't necessarily deserve it either. And that's going to be a big wake-up call for a lot of people listening to this, but it's true. Like, if you're not going to put in the work, then you don't deserve to reap the benefits.
I feel like there's a lot of factors involved, though, into what you're born into, because a lot of people are born into very low-class lives. And I feel like, statistically, it is so much harder to come out of, like, a low...
Are you talking about like a low economic status?
Yeah, I'm saying like it's harder to come out of that than if you are born. Like, I feel like just statistically, like you're going to do as well as your parents, and like you can only go up from what you've come from. I mean, and it's very rare that people.
You can go down though too. You can definitely go down.
But I think it's like very rare for people that are born into like a lower lifestyle to come out of that.
I would.
So like you kind of have to like be sent like.
Okay, so I kind of have two sides to this argument. So I was talking about Scooter Braun earlier, and he says something that I completely agree with, and it's that in life, you are completely naive if you don't think luck plays a factor in success. Like people who make money or people, whatever you think is someone that becomes successful, you are completely naive if you think that luck does not play any part in success.
Okay.
My other thing that I have to say about this is I believe with hard work, dedication, drive, and the right why, like why you're doing something, what your purpose is for doing it, I believe you can accomplish anything no matter where you come from. And I
agree with that.
I know that a lot of people that I've talked to, and probably some people watching this, are going to completely disagree with that. But I look at a lot of success stories out there. Like it honestly doesn't matter where you come from, or like it doesn't matter where you come from or what you do. If you want to do something, literally set your mind to it and do it. Like the only one telling you can't is yourself. You're setting your own glass ceiling. It doesn't matter what the fuck anyone else says.
I completely agree. You can do anything you set your mind to, but the thing is, where people come from is what's gonna make it harder for someone else. Like it's gonna be harder for different people based on where you come from, but anybody can do anything that they set their mind to.
Right. No, I
think there's just going to be varying levels of like difficulty for people.
I agree with that. But I mean, a lot of companies are also making it easier now though, because they're looking for more diverse backgrounds too.
Yeah. So I think your background is who you are.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
I also think that like your mind, like I don't know how to say this. You control your own mindset. Like if you come from
the future.
Yeah, like if you come from a broken home and I don't know, like just think of a broken home and you came from that. Like I feel like that doesn't define you. You define yourself and how.
And it's about your perspective on it.
Yeah,
where you
literally.
come from and your perspective about what you want to do in the future. I think you control your life. Some people like complain and say that like they have no control in their, like, you know what I mean? Or they blame other things on things that happen in their life when sometimes the only person you can blame is yourself. And I think people need to blame themselves a little more.
People need to blame themselves a lot more because they're constantly putting the blame on other people when they just
and
need
other things.
Yeah, and look yourself in the mirror. Like you're where you're at in life because of the decisions you made. And like, no, genuinely.
I feel like I'm getting a talking to right now.
No, this literally goes for anyone. Like this goes for myself too. Like I know I could be in a lot better situation myself if I made better decisions, maybe in high school with my grades or even in college.
But you can't dwell on the past either.
No, you can't. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, a lot of people do. And you can't do that. You have to
make a mistake the hard way and move on.
Literally learn from it. I have a, when I was at home my freshman year, after my freshman year, it was in between my freshman and sophomore year. So that summer, I was kind of like in a slump and I didn't really know what to do. And I was listening to a lot of podcasts, a lot of motivational stuff. And one thing I did that really kind of woke me up is I had a lot of stuff of reasons why like I thought I failed, but I also had a lot of stuff of why I thought I succeeded. And what I did was I made a table or kind of like a shelf of everything that inspired me or motivated me to do better. And that was a mixture of successes that I wanted to do in life or like my failures in life. And that was something that really just, boosted my confidence in myself and kind of went from there.
It's important to know yourself and know that that's what you needed.
Yeah. So yeah, when I made that, I had to look myself in the mirror. Like when I put together those things of being successful and my failures, I had to look myself in the mirror and man up and be like, you're in this position because of the decisions you made. Like you have no one to blame but yourself. And I think that was I honestly think that was a big turning point in my life. And I feel like if more people did that, then they would get to a place that they maybe feel more comfortable with. Like if you want to make more money, figure out a way to make more money. If you need a side hustle or if you need a promotion or if you just need to find a completely different job, do that. But like you need to do that and that's up to you. Like don't, and that goes back to what we were talking about, like complaining and venting. Do not complain about your current situation. Like you can vent about it all you want. Be like, man, like I really wish I was making more money. Then stop, shut up, and go out and make more money. Yeah. And okay, a lot easier said than done. Completely agree. And
I think it's insensitive to complain about your current situation when you're the one that controls it and even if it's something that you can control and you can change.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. And I completely understand the people that are listening that are parents and they're like, well, I have a family. I can't just get up and leave.
Right.
I get that. But those are sacrifices that you made. And the thing is, you make sacrifices in life for what you care about. If you care about your family more than you care about making money, then you're going to stay in a position that's more comfortable for your family. You're not going to be as willing to get up and move and maybe go to
chase a job.
Yeah, go chase a job, go chase your dream.
Right.
I mean, that's just sacrifice that you made. And
that takes a lot.
Yeah, no, like that's a lot. Like I have always told myself that I will chase my dream and the job that I want and the amount of money that I'm going to make. And I don't want to settle down with someone until I'm at a place where I know I'm comfortable. And I mean, to be honest though, I don't think I'll ever be comfortable. And is that a bad thing to say?
You shouldn't be comfortable in life.
I mean,
you really like.
I don't think you should.
I don't think you should.
I don't think you should ever get comfortable or settle, because once you start doing those things, then
you're living a life of routine. Don't ever live a life of routine.
Yeah, no.
Comfortability.
No,
I agree.
It
sounds fucked up, but
that's one of the things I fear in life most, honestly.
Yeah,
is getting comfortable. Because if I get to a point where I get comfortable, you don't want to do anything. Like, you just don't.
You're comfortable with your routine, what you do every single day.
Yeah, wake up.
And that's just, I mean, it's contributing to society and like being a part of society, but I don't want my life to ever be routine. And I think other people like that. And I think it's important to, I don't know.
That's kind of how society can like conforms you to be though. Like, you're gonna grow up, you're gonna have a good job somewhere in the 30,000 to 60,000 range.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then like I used to say all the time, because I used to want to be a professional hockey player. So I was like, well, I want to be a professional hockey player. Like, I'm going to be in the NHL. So that's what I'm going to do. Like, you can go talk to some other kid. I already know exactly what I'm doing with my life. Like, I got this whole thing planned out.
Right.
And then they'd be like, well, what's plan B?
And you're like, I don't believe in those.
I don't have a plan B. I believe in having a dream and chasing it and going after it wholeheartedly. I don't really have
plan A. You can change your plan A all the time, but don't have a plan B.
Yeah. Like, you can change your plan within literally a second.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, and that's what happened with me. Like, I got injured my sophomore year of high school. Got blacklined on every recruiter's list in the country, so I couldn't do it anymore. Found a new dream, and that's what I'm going after. And now, honestly, I believe it happened for a reason, and God put me in the place that He did, and I'm very thankful for it, because I feel like I can do a lot, and I can do a lot more than if I did take the hockey route, even if I were to make it that far. Not saying I was skilled enough to make it that far, but I did believe in myself to accomplish great things. But no, I'm definitely thankful for the position that I'm in right now.
Right.
And that goes to say that for whatever position you're in, like, I'm going to talk directly into the mic, so whoever's listening right now can really just grasp this wholeheartedly. It doesn't matter what position you're in right now. If there's something you want to do, then go do it. Like, go chase your dream. Like, set your mind to something and just accomplish it, because there's nothing stopping you except fear. That's it. Like, and that's a very very real statement for me to make. But that's just a little bit of a wake up call for you. Like, go do it. Like, no one's stopping you. Like, you can do anything you set your mind to. I promise you. Glass ceilings suck. Don't create them. Don't. Taylor's looking at me right now. Like,
I don't want to
she's
interrupt.
Like, oh my
You're doing so good.
God.
There's so many things I have to do now.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Rearranging my entire life.
Literally.
Like making all these plans.
As soon as we're done with this episode, we're going to crank out the next month of homework that we have. We're going to be so prepared for life. Oh, my goodness.
I'm never going to be behind on homework again.
I'm going to have 5 jobs lined up with $100K salary in the next 5 minutes. You better believe that right now. Yeah, we got really serious. So
that was different.
Let's let off a little bit of steam here. And
oh, my God.
Not let off a little bit of steam. What? Not let off a little bit of steam.
We were just really serious.
Yeah, we were really serious. And we like to have fun, but we also like to be serious at the same time, Once again, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone listening. It truly means a lot, and your support really means a lot. Make sure you tell us what you think of the episode each time. Hopefully this is on Apple Podcasts, so you guys can leave a review or leave a review on Spotify. Once again, you guys can listen on Anchor, Spotify, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and YouTube. There's YouTube videos that we want to get up soon, but we have to get cameras, and it requires a lot more editing, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. But we hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye.